What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Therapist Logan Reacts. Today we are doing another song from BTS. This is a song that's been complimented for a while, and I appreciate you guys' patience. I'm trying to get to all of them. I'm trying to just do ones that I've seen a little bit more commented on. But I am trying, I got to sit down and make a list, but I am going to plan to cycle through these comments when I have some time, when I'm not at work or working and doing other projects. But again, I'm trying to do it for you guys, so I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your support. Just stick around, and hopefully I'll get to the song that you want me to review. So today we are doing BTS's Magic Shop. I saw this commented a bunch of times. It's something that stuck out to me. It's just an interesting title for a song, and I'd just be curious to kind of see where they go. Again, first thing that out of the lines, if I just had to guess, disappearing. Like when I think magic, I think of disappearing, like a rabbit in a hat almost. So it's kind of, I wonder if there's like something along the lines of just wanting to no longer be around or not be seen, or not, maybe not feeling seen. I'd be curious to see it. So that's kind of like my prediction if we go, just because again, magic shop, or being in a place that they can disappear and it's okay, because like a magic shop typically has different magic aspects of it. So let's jump right into it and go from there. Psychodramatic. I've actually never heard of that.
내가 뭐랬어 이길 거랬잖아 믿지 못했어 이길 수 있을까 이 기적이 아닌 기적을 우리가 만든 걸까 난 여기 있었고 네가 내게 다가와준 거야 I do believe your galaxy 듣고 싶은 너의 멜로디 널 은하수의 별들은 너의 하늘이 과연 어떻게 숨을지 나 절망 끝에 결국 내가 널 찾았음을 잊지 마넌 절벽 끝에 서있던 내 마지막 이유야 Live.
Alright, so the first part, I mean, a magic shop is a psychodramatic technique that exchanges fear for a positive attitude. I've actually never heard it. Again, I'm not saying this is incorrect. It's just something that a term I didn't really learn during my grad school program. Magic shop is a psychodramatic technique that exchanges fear for a positive attitude. So it's interesting. That kind of just sounds like reframing in my in my schooling. It's a focus on how we can reframe certain things that, again, make it more in a positive light. This could look something like, I failed again. I can, like a term, like a negative comment would be, I failed again. I can't understand it, or I feel dumb or something. And the reframing would be like, I didn't succeed this time, but I learned new information that I can apply for next time. Something along the lines of that. That would be reframing into more of a positive attitude. So I'd just be curious if Magic Shop and reframing have like similar backgrounds. I know that you're hesitating because even if you say the truth, hold on, there was another one that was really here. I'm not going to say anything blatant like find strength. I love this because I think a lot of the times too, like, and I think therapists, like younger therapists, can like learn that always being positive is difficult, and not difficult, but it can just be really seen as disingenuous. You know, like it's like that's typically how everyone responds, right? If you're going through a hard time, like, oh, you'll get through it, or you'll figure it out, or you know what I mean? Like, I get it, we're trying to be like motivating and we're trying to be positive towards one another, but in the end, it's just really not beneficial for the person. And especially as therapists, like, you have to be ready to sit in the shit with them and like honestly, like, you know what I mean, support their thoughts and feelings, like even if they're not the greatest, like as long as they're not gonna behave or use maladaptive like coping skills that are gonna hurt them or hurt anybody else, like it's okay to like refine kind of what they're saying and like be okay with like them sitting in the shit of like a feeling that maybe they would classify as negative. I still, again, when I say negative emotions, there are no negative emotions. Like, I'm a firm believer, like, all emotions are good and all emotions have their space. They're so important. So when I'm saying negative or maladaptive emotions, it's ones that like you typically don't like to feel. We don't like to feel all emotions, but all emotion, there's no bad emotion. There's no bad thing, because that feeling just means you're experiencing and reacting towards it, you know? But there are bad reactions or bad thoughts or negative actions that you can take on for sure. And that's something to be really aware of. But again, back to this, it's just like find strength. It's just like a filler that a lot of people do just to kind of fill in the blanks, to kind of just hopefully it would make an impact. But again, it's not like I saw this one thing that online, it was like somebody reacting to something that changed their perspective that went after their therapist said it. And it was after a grief and loss, somebody passed or something, and their therapist said there's a lot of hard days ahead. And I'm like, wow, like that is such a powerful statement. And I think again, that's just maybe what this person's, it just seems like that's what they need. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say this. He's recognizing that that find strength isn't a meaningful expression of what he's feeling. So was there anything else? I like this. I do believe your galaxy. That term, that sentence kind of seems to me similar, more like your perspective, your truth about the real world, or your reality of your head. And then I say I want to listen to your melody. So like what comes after the fact, like a melody that's true to like the alignment or in linear aspect of that individual's life. So I just think that's really pretty. Okay, and yeah, you're the last reason for me who was standing at the edge of a cliff. Live. On days I hate being myself, days I want to disappear forever. Again, okay, so again, there's that, the magic shop aspect of I want to disappear. Okay, alright, let's continue on. Yep. Like a door in your heart. Alright, before we get into him, I love their cinematography when it comes to the idea of like all this happening in their head. Like this is such a psychological component, and like it's just so clear. Like opening up different parts of your brain and getting the key to it, and then a door appears, you know. It's just like, again, the magic shop from what is said in the beginning was again reframing that certain thing, and let's make a door in your heart, and then you see a door. So like whether it's just a lot of it's supposedly happening internally with some occasional shots like out like externally, but where was that one? Okay, just disappearing forever. Let's make a door. Open the door and this place will wait. I'll be waiting for you there. So it's just like I'll wait for you when you're ready. When you're ready, and I love that. I love that concept, you know. And I think a lot of therapists do that. They hold space, and they're there, but they're allowing the individual to feel how they feel. And there's not a specific time period that you need to heal. It's important to work towards it constantly, but everybody's healing timeline's different. And I think I love the idea of I'll wait for you, because a lot of therapists are there waiting for you, and they're walking along with you through your healing process. And a therapist should be working through some of those different things, but being just being present, you know. And when your client, your individual, whatever it may be, like they need to take a break, they need to lean up, they're hitting a wall, whatever it may be, stopping with them as opposed to walking ahead of them, you know. So it's always like making sure you're really kind of in tune with at what pace they're kind of going. And it's just super important for therapists to really recognize those things, because again, it's just another way to feel supported. We're social creatures, so feeling like someone's walking with us through their trauma, some of the scariest parts of our psyche, that's literally so important. So all right, let's continue on.
항상 최고가 되고 싶어. 그래서 조급해 오늘 저조했어. 남들과 비교 일상이 돼버린 거목이었던 내 욕심은 대단한 억제고 또 목줄이 됐어. 그런데 말이야 돌이켜보니 사실은 말이야 나 최고가 되고 싶었던 것이 아닌 것만 같아. 위로와 감동이 되고 싶었었던 나 그대의 슬픔 아픔 걷어가고 싶었 나.
Beautiful. There's so many good parts in this. I mean, the song is fantastic. It's so pretty. Like a rosewind blooming, cherry blossoms scattered in the wind. Where is it? Like morning glory. And again, these are all just, they all have their different things when it talks about coming to an end. You know what I mean? Like the beauty and how it kind of disperses through life. Like that beautiful moment. Where is it? I always wanted to be the best, so I was impatient and always restless, comparing myself. Oh my goodness. Comparing ourselves is one of the worst things we do as humans, and it makes me sad because I just know we do it so quickly, and it's so maladaptive to ourselves, and again, I do it myself. Like I do it and I have to catch myself, and it's I feel like society has pushed us to constantly compare ourselves, and like that just keeps us in like a negative feedback loop. Like instead of being conscious, like we're so easy to compare, but we're never, from all my experiences, trying to have grace with ourselves is one of the most difficult things people struggle with. And I'm like, how can we not love ourselves? Literally in comparing, it's literally loving what the other person has or does or can do. And it's like, it's loving for them, but just completely set up to make you feel bad about yourself. And it's so interesting that we can have that love or like respect for other people, but never respect for ourselves. My greed was my only weapon. Super self-reflective, super self-aware, and suffocated me and also became a leash. Sometimes our drive, sometimes the thing we need the most, sometimes the thing we want the most is our biggest barrier, our biggest hurdle. And that is such a hard concept for individuals to understand. And he does it very well. Like this is just clear as day. Like his greed, something that he wanted and kind of grew from that desire, that pursuit, those motivators, also became a leash. Oh, that's such a powerful statement, like wanting to be free, but sometimes your freedom, so that like freedom, in a sense, like that drive, that like when it kind of takes, is like you're not free to the idea of freedom because you're only moving towards that. It's just an interesting concept. Shout out Attack on Titan if anybody knows that reference. But yeah, okay, and then he finished up, and then I want to take away your sadness and pain on days where I hate myself for being me. Let's make a door. If you open that door and go, oh, actually I think I went too far. All right, I'm just gonna start here. a compilation of like all the music videos? Because I know that one was from the one we just did. Oh. Wow. Hold on. You gave me the best of me, so you'll give you the best of you. It's like finally returning the favor and finally like again like it sounds like the magic shop finally like they finally put it in like a positive towards the end. Wow. That's super powerful. Very motivating. Wow. Beautiful song, so important, so many good themes, so many good topics. I recognize again all those. I don't know if it's just like a compilation or they just need filler for it, but it seemed like it was like again for the music video and then bled into like just everything that they've kind of accomplished and everything that they kind of done. And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful sentiment. Great song, very very meaningful, very nice, and like that's a long song, but it didn't feel long. It just felt like it was always constantly moving. But yeah, I definitely like the song. Definitely going up there. Definitely gonna drop a like. It's a great song. Great song. A lot of good therapeutic components. Again, a lot of aspects of like reframing or again opening different parts of your brain and psyche to be kinder to yourself. And that's a huge thing. It's a huge step, huge process in working through mental health. Like we're not very kind to ourselves. We're not really taught to be kind to ourselves. I do see a lot of different things pushing more for that, and I love that. But again, it's learning to be kinder with yourself, learning to be softer with yourself. The world's already kind of a hard place. It can be a really difficult place to traverse. So it's all the more important to be kind to yourself when you need to be. Like it's important. It's important to be kind to yourself because the longest relationship you have on this planet with anybody on the planet is you with yourself. And it's so important to have a positive relationship with that because you deserve it. Your internal parts and internal person, your psyche, everything, your conscious, your subconscious, you deserve to be kind to yourself. You deserve to feel love, self-love, and that's really important. So, yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this song. Was there something that I missed? Was there something that you noticed maybe in the cinematography aspect? I don't know. What sticks out to you in this song, Magic Shop by BTS? I'd be really curious to know. Make sure you drop a like on my video as well because I appreciate it, and again, it just helps blow the video up and lets other people see it. And make sure you're subscribed too. It really helps out this channel. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. Almost. We are so close, and I just want to thank each and every one of you. You have all been phenomenal and just been super supportive, and it's been really awesome help growing this channel. You guys have been awesome. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll catch you next video. See you then.